Boom. All right, you guys can share. And hey, Facebook Live, let's get started. Welcome back, universe, to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, episode 73, our first ever 73rd episode.
Coming to you from Coldwell Banker Wholesale Real Estate Studio.
Whoa, you really botched that one. Let's go.
Coldwell Banker? Coldwell, where's my sheet?
Wow, Mark.
Excellent.
Coldwell Banker Wholesale Realty
Studios. You got more?
In beautiful Grafton, Wisconsin.
And if you're looking to buy or sell a house or interested in a home real studio
It's not easy, is it?
career, email Roy at cphsr.com, or give him a call, 414-235-0763. They'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs. And Roy, I'm on his callback list. I'm getting a hold of Roy. We're going to get a commercial so we don't botch the heck out of it. There we go.
Wow, that was some editing on the
You
fly
guys are
there.
so great today.
Yeah.
It's rare form. It is early. This is the earliest we've ever recorded.
I recorded at 7 a.m. one time
That's
with Alex.
Good God.
Yeah.
And I wasn't around for that.
Nope. So
Thank
we are
God.
here today with Megan Schelwat. I forgot to ask you how to pronounce your last name. Did I
You
do
got
that?
it right.
All right.
I'm so proud of you.
Special Events and Tourism Director for the Grafton Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And along with us, as always, trusty comic Nate Ford.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys. Hello, everybody. So this week, we're going to hang out with Megan Schelwat, Grafton Chamber of Commerce, Special Events and Tourism Director. We will look forward to and force warm weather upon us by hearing about all the awesome things coming up this spring and summer. Mike Tyson offered a zookeeper $10,000 to punch a bully silverback gorilla. The Carlton dance can't be copywritten. Update you on Jesse Smollett. And just feet keep washing up on Canada's shoreline.
Western Canada or Eastern Canada?
I believe it's Western Canada.
Western Canada.
And they said, don't worry about it. It's nothing unusual.
Well, I think I read an article about that. Yeah, so I think I know what you're talking about.
15 feet since 2007.
And they're all like feet or something?
In shoes, too. Just washing up on shore. So.
Funny, not funny.
All right.
Yeah. Well, it's like something out of a mafia movie
Yes.
or something.
Well, if foot washes up, they're so used to it. You bring it to the police all freaked out, and they're like, yeah, throw it in the bucket.
Throw it in the foot closet.
Throw it all in, bud.
The old foot bucket.
You ain't special. And you're the first guy to walk in here with a foot.
You want to keep the shoe?
Wow.
So, announcements. Twisted Dreams Film Festival, April 4th through the 7th. We'll be podcasting there. Come get Joe Bob Briggs tickets online. Meet Off the Rails. Check out the features, shorts, and other events going on. Wisconsin's largest horror film festival. If you're a horror fan, don't miss the biggest film festival in your backyard. And we've gotten our passes to start our judging. Mark and I are judging. Mark wanted to do features, but he thought, oh, shucks, I'll have to watch a lot more. And it turns out I have 43 short films to watch over 8.5 hours.
I have 7 feature-length films at roughly at 7 hours. Because they're all like an hour and 20, 50 minutes. Because a good horror movie doesn't overstay its welcome.
No, 90 minutes. I'm very impressed. Have you watched any?
Not yet. I was
Quality
I was going over the titles and synopsises with my wife to see which ones she wanted to help me judge and which ones I should watch by myself.
Yeah. I just saw some. I probably shouldn't tell. It's secret until
Spoiler alert.
I shouldn't give out any spoilers, but I think tonight we may sit down and I might let Molly and my ma watch, and they're not going to influence me or anything. Looking to book the Hobbit Trail, Nate?
Yeah.
Misguided Comedy Tour. Get a hold of me through our email, website, and a million other ways to contact me. Don't do it on Twitter, though. Sorry. Maybe you have
I
a
don't know what you
corporate
got
event
against
or an
Twitter.
event.
What did Twitter do to
I'm
you?
in charge of it, so nothing happens.
All right, that's fair enough.
There you go. We also have our Oscar picks posted for a big Oscar event.
I'm going to win.
Yay! We got our Oscar picks.
I think I got it pretty solid.
I think your
even though I've
picks
only seen
are-
5 of the movies, I think I got it down packed.
I don't think so.
So what, do you have a pick for Best Picture?
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be?
Bohemian
Yeah.
Rhapsody.
Bohemian, really?
No.
Yeah.
I like.
I'll eat a
talked
Canadian foot if it's Bohemian Rhapsody.
About it. It won't be.
It will be.
Well,
This year it will be.
there's so many reasons why it won't be. Number one is the director, Bryan Singer, is in a bit of controversy right now. So that alone is going to torpedo.
Aren't they
movie.
all?
Yes, but they're not all outed in their controversies.
Yeah.
So
So do you guys want to go with the foot story right away or Mike
Yeah.
Tyson?
let's start kicking.
Okay. Human foot found on Canadian coastline, 15th since 2007. So I have a map here if you guys want to look.
Yes, I want to see this map.
Okay, here are the pictures of the foot.
Oh my God, they're all over Canada.
None of them have fashionable shoes. Like, what's going on here? None of them have fashionable shoes. This is a dilemma.
They look like they're mostly male.
Oh wait, this is like a map of Vancouver. I thought this was the whole U.S. I'm like, oh my God.
No.
No, that's a close up of what's that island called? Vancouver Island.
They're all
Yeah, that's the one. What's that island in Vancouver?
they're all running shoes. There's some crappy runners out there in Canada.
Well, this kind of looks like a diabetic Velcro shoe. That one wasn't hard to get off the guy.
Sorry.
So they found the shoe with the foot inside the shoe, like intact.
Yeah,
Yes.
it wasn't. Yeah, all tied and everything.
Did it say like it was like surgically severed off, or just?
It says there's no reason for alarm, according to.
It straight up says that.
One thing we know is that these feet are found. They're not linked to any sort of suspicious circumstance.
There
How's
should be 17 missing people, or at least 17 amputees saying, WTF?
Yeah.
Where's my foot?
Don't be alarmed.
I noticed one of the shoes.
That's a Canadian thing to say. That's a very Canadian thing to say. Don't be alarmed. Just a few missing feet.
One of them is what's that brand?
That's New Balance.
New Balance.
Yeah.
There's
So
Nike.
are all of these from the North American continent? Because when I first read the article, I thought, well, maybe some current is bringing them over
Okay. Yeah.
from anywhere else in the world.
Well, sometimes I think these are DNA evidence of people that went missing.
Okay,
But who's the...
but why feet?
Yeah. Who's the, like, serial killer foot guy? Is this his card? Like, Joker card?
Yeah. Well, my first thought is a more darker, something like Mafia or something.
Yeah,
Like
all
in
I would agree.
floating in from New York.
like in season
ports
2
there.
of The Wire, when it's about the Port Authority smuggling people into the U.S. to be, shall we say, love slaves. And it, from like Russia or whatever, and it going horribly, horribly wrong, and a whole bunch of them dying. So my first thought is something macabre like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then why just feet?
I want to clear up that to make sure people are aware this isn't a cause for panic.
The shoes are tied. There are no tripping hazards.
Wow.
Yeah, I would be really. We should keep following this story if more comes out, because I'm.
They have been washing up in Washington because I kind of did
It
a little search.
could also be cannibalism, only because they don't eat the feet. Like, who does that? Like, it's stinky.
Bony.
But if you're preparing the body, would you cut the feet off and then toss them, or would like the Asian cuisines will cook a duck with the head on and then cut it off at the end? Would you, if you were to cannibalize a human, would you cut the leg off
Basic
first?
anatomy classes stop at the hands and feet. You learn everything besides the hands and feet. So maybe they only have
We're talking culinary classes
a
here,
cook
sir.
book that doesn't go into the details.
Oh, well, you're also, it could be the medical college too, and like that instead of like disposing of them properly, some college student just throw it in the river. Just
The foot?
Do any of these none of these feet match?
No, I don't see any matching pair. But they seem to be from people that went missing around 2004 and 2006. So
we got some weird Ted Bundy thing
this
going
is
on.
a 1995 muckluck. Identified and unidentified feet. So they're mostly identified. There's only 5 that are not.
Okay, well that's less terrifying.
Okay.
yeah, no need to panic.
That's just weird.
Found most of the stumps.
I could segue into the Nike shoe.
Oh, that blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Nice segue.
Nice segue. Did you guys see Nike's stock falls after Duke star hurt his ankle 33 seconds into the Yeah, that ad is.
So we're talking
forever
a
ad.
college basketball.
Yep. Zion Williams is like a once in a decade superstar. And 33 seconds into the game, he just blows through the bottom of the shoe.
Listen,
It's ripped from toe to heel.
So do they stop the game or do they just keep playing?
Well, the North Carolina went and slam dunked the ball.
Okay.
You got to let the guy lay there and suffer.
Well, I don't watch basketball, but if it was like a football game and like someone's helmet comes off, the play doesn't necessarily stop.
No, the play didn't stop.
Yeah.
listen,
slow-mo replaying this his shoe splitting. All over the
I don't want to fat shame or anything like that because I'm obviously fat, but
There it is.
he's a very big person.
And there it is.
Basketball, they're usually tall and heavy because they're all muscle.
So if you're up in the air, then coming back down, it's just physics. It's gonna happen.
This team
7
is
foot
sponsored
tall,
by Nike.
280 pounds. And
Wow.
now the main problem is Duke and Nike have
A deal?
I
was going to ask that. Were these free shoes? Did he buy these?
No, he has to wear these shoes. He has no choice.
Then we'll give him a new pair.
And they're not the best pair of shoes either. They're the shoes that they want the public to buy. So he's running on, let's call it $300 million knees, has to wear these shoes, has to play 1 year in college, which after this, they have now gotten rid of that. You can go right from high school. But why should this guy take the risk in shoes he has no say over?
We're going to wander into college athletes being paid in general and stuff like that here, I think.
Yeah.
Listen, the little kids who make these shoes, all right, they can't tighten up as you know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Their hands
They're small. They're small
Well,
kids.
in an update to this, the little girl who made the shoe was fired and said she can come back when she's 10.
Yeah.
You are terrible, sir.
Oh, do I get one of them? Okay. So,
Yeah, it sucks that he has to wear that. Like, even after this catastrophic failure, he has to keep wearing that style of shoe. Because I would be nervous now. Because, if he goes pro, this could be his career.
I think that they will.
Is he hurt?
Edit the.
yeah, he left the game
Contract.
33 seconds in, left the game, didn't come back, might not play the rest of the season.
Oof.
Blew out his knee. It's only a sprained knee, luckily, but this guy has $300 million on the line.
And once you blow out your leg, like I've known high school athletes when I was in high school who blew out their knee or whatever, and they had to wear those braces and stuff all the time, and you never fully recover from that stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, Zion. Duke has a deal with the horse doctor. You have to go see him with a blown out knee. Yeah, they're going to get a bill for a $2.50 shotgun show.
Ooh.
Horse doctors don't mess around. So,
But you can't really we're gonna blame the shoe company. It just
It's a 1 in a million fluke, probably. And this could happen to any shoe in theory. And it did happen right away. But I'm guessing this was the first time he ever wore that pair.
yeah, they probably get a new pair every day.
Every game, I bet.
And people were spending $10,000 for the Duke North Carolina game and camping out for like a month to go there.
People might even buy these game-worn shoes if they're huge Duke fans or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, speaking of animals, Mike Tyson once offered a zookeeper $10,000 to fight a silverback gorilla.
I don't think he appreciates how strong gorillas are.
All right, I'm going to try to do my best Mike Tyson here.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
Molly, get your editing button ready.
Have one of those.
And we're back.
I'm actually curious now.
You're curious now?
Yeah,
Okay.
you've intrigued me.
This was in 1986, so he was 19 years old, just became the youngest heavyweight champion of all time.
Okay.
So he saw a gorilla bullying other gorillas in an animal enclosure.
Does it say how big the gorilla is?
It's a silverback male gorilla.
So
Big.
it's a big. It's an
800-pound
It's the head of the
gorilla.
tribe or whatever.
So when we
Yeah,
got
you
to the
don't
gorilla
fight that
cage-
gorilla; it fights you.
Yeah. There was one silverback gorilla bullying all the other gorillas. Oh my gosh. They were so powerful, but the eyes were like an innocent infant. Is that all right? Is that all right?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Do we have any fight statistics on the gorilla? Like, what's its reach?
Not yet. Okay. One more time. I offered the attendant $10,000 to open the cage and let me smash the silverback snot box.
As much as I would love to see a professional
I saw a
boxer
flea
fight a
bit.
gorilla,
For those out there listening, you should send in your video clip of your Mike Tyson impression. See who will win, Tom or you.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I had to jump on the grenade
Winner gets a free
because
bumper sticker.
if we ever meet Mike Tyson now, he's going to smash me in the snot box.
Do you think he would stand a chance? Mike
Against
Tyson
this-
in his prime, whatever that is, fighting
19
a gorilla.
years old.
Yeah.
I think with a gorilla's head bigger than a steering wheel, he wouldn't know he's in a fight until Mike Tyson punches him.
Well, let's
and
say
then-
they both know what they're getting into. The
gorilla
gorilla's
has-
all worked up.
Donkey Kong.
The boxer, whoever it
Boxing
is
gloves
all
on.
worked up.
Okay.
I don't think a human would stand a chance.
No. It would just rip his arms off like a Wookiee.
Yes. If a little chimpanzee can rip your face off, what
Yeah.
can a silverback gorilla do?
Now, would you rather fight a gorilla or the Mountain from Games of Thrones?
Mountain.
Is that he's called the Mountain?
That's the
I
character's
wouldn't
nickname.
know.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Gregor Clegane is
Okay.
the character.
Yeah.
There were 3 actors who've played him. We
The
played the
latest guy,
current one.
the guy that's just huge and
The guy who's a zombie now.
has a tiny girlfriend.
In real life.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
his wife is like 4 foot tall and
Yeah.
he's like over 7 foot. It looks like
Oh, God.
a dad and his little girl because he's freakish tall and she's like average short. But he died in that fight, so I already know its weakness.
Okay.
Are you up on Game of Thrones?
No, not at all.
Okay, there's a
Have not seen one
there's
episode.
a duel between him and
I'm
another
39
character.
years old.
So gotta be hip with the kids. Final season of Game of Thrones coming up this year.
Kid.
But there was an honor fight, and both characters, spoiler alert, die. And then he's brought back as now a big zombie knight.
See, you made the mistake of bringing up Games of Thrones in front
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Mark.
Games
That's
of
right.
Thrones?
Yeah.
Games of Thrones.
See, that's how little I know. You kids and your games and your thrones. What are you gonna do?
On the Facebook talking about Games of Thrones.
I would rather fight the mountain than fight a gorilla.
Yeah. All right.
You guys just should have average male silverback gorilla out.
Bring up a picture of the mountain and his wife while you're at it. I Googled them at work today because I was bored. And I heard on a podcast that his wife is crazy short, or his girlfriend at the time. So I saw it for
Okay,
myself.
400 pounds and 6 feet tall.
Okay, so bigger than me in every conceivable way.
Yep. So I don't think look at the size of that guy.
Look at that reach.
Look at that snot box.
I mean, he's low to the ground, so it's going to be hard for a human to kind of do the uppercut.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
he's good with a left hook and an uppercut. I would say the sucker punch would give the advantage right off the bat, but I don't think any human's got enough in it to lay out a gorilla.
Yeah.
And look at the teeth. Gorillas bite, too. And his mouth opens like a Muppet.
That's some sort of Mike Tyson chab.
He might bite Mike Tyson's
think the
head
two are gonna
off
get into
like
a
a
biting
toenail,
fight?
like a giant toenail clippers. Just prick.
Yeah.
It's like that's overconfidence, a little cocky. Like when
That's
when
a
he does-
19-year-old.
That's youth.
Yeah.
In
Just,
the 80s.
I'll fight a gorilla. Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll give you 10 grand to let me fight the gorilla. No, we don't want to clean up Mike Tyson pieces out of the gorilla cage at the end of the day.
It's just that I wish I had that cockiness, that confidence to say something like that. I've never had that. Like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, put me in a ring with some lions, man.
And don't take this as a reference to your weight, but I often have thought about eating competitions. I think I could out-eat some animals.
Was that?
We just
That was a
talked
little
about
fat joke, wasn't it?
No, I didn't want to go there, but I'm like, you sir might look like you might enjoy the who can finish this pizza challenge
That
down
true.
the road.
When we're on the road, I do like the restaurants with like the big eating contests.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
So could you out-eat a gorilla?
Probably not. No.
No way.
No.
No way. 400
think I
pound
could.
gorilla. Look at that gut.
Yeah, he's just eating like grass and stuff.
Once that gorilla 4 palms it up to the table, it's over before it starts. The psychological is, oh, I didn't know this guy.
Well,
Yep.
don't look at him.
I hear if you just punch it in the nose, like tap it,
They
Boom,
go
you're
down.
then they go down, right? Like sharks.
Yeah.
Look at the size of the head, though. That's like connected to its entire back.
Yeah, they have giant neck muscles. It's terrifying, is what it is.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike Tyson. But I'm glad they didn't put you in the ring. Yeah. glad they didn't put you in the ring with him. Or
Now I'd
any
like to
close.
see it. Him and now.
Now that you planted that seed.
Yeah.
Offer still good? 23 years later, Mike?
Who's got
33
better
years?
odds, young Mike or today Mike?
Oh, young Mike.
You think so?
Yeah.
Think old Mike's not a little smarter?
Yeah, but I'd rather
Outsmart the
watch
gorilla?
today's Mike do it. Just
It would be more fun that way.
yeah, karma. Really.
You guys are sick.
All right. We'll do one
We're
more.
not endorsing gorilla fighting, but if there was a gorilla fight,
Just
And it
saying.
was $50 on
it was on.
pay-per-view.
Yeah,
That's like $10 a piece
God.
for everybody in this
yeah.
room.
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna make some money off
I'm
it.
sure
That's all
all
I'm saying.
proceeds would support the World Wildlife Fund or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's for a good cause, Molly. God,
Okay.
you hate the animals?
No, I just don't.
It could be a
think anyone would wanna see it.
WWF crossover.
Yes. All right.
So.
Turns out you can't copyright the Carlton dance. Alfonso Ribeiro.
Are you familiar with this?
I am familiar with this.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Fortnite has been copying dances for people. I guess if you kill somebody, you can dance over their body.
Aha.
It's like a cop, like a
To lord it over
Taunt.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
yeah. So you can do like Backpack Kids, the Floss, and the Carlton dance.
Yep.
And Carlton should be
Alfonso Rivera.
you should be thankful that he's still got work because he was a supporting cast member of a show 30 years ago.
He's what's he up to right now? Last time I saw, he was hosting a show
A
on the
weird
Food
game show.
Channel.
Hosting. Yeah.
It's on the
some stuff.
okay.
I was gonna say a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Well, he's a fun guy. He's got a charismatic smile. Like I enjoyed watching him on Wrapped or whatever that
What's
show was.
the horror movie that he was on? The Ticks or something like that? Like about
What?
like big ticks that killed people.
I don't know, but I'm curious.
I don't know.
It's like right after Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like nothing else was happening. Like no nerdy character was coming his way, and so they put him in this horror movie about ticks.
Was he
Sounds
basically playing
terrifying.
Carlton, or was he?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Trying to branch out a little bit.
The
I
only
don't
thing he
know.
knows.
There was like a campground, and he's like one of the nerdy counselors, and from what
Okay.
I remember.
I would have tried to gone more like Tales from the Hood if I was Alfonso Rivera. Redefine myself.
We have a comment on the dancing in Fortnite.
Okay.
Ron Pertee says it's the only way to kill someone, dance over their corpse.
There you go.
Of course, Ron Bertie would be.
So, did you say he can't sue?
He can't sue.
Okay.
I mean, could Tom Jones sue too? Because he did it to his music every time. When you think of that,
Well, there was an interview Alfonso did years ago where he talked about the dance, and he kind of stole it from two other dances and mashed it together. So even he kind of,
Right.
admitted.
we're at a point in our culture where everything is basically knocking off something else.
It's all be done before.
Every
Oh,
movie
yeah.
is a knockoff of a Twilight Zone episode somewhere.
Yeah. So the combination of these three dance steps is simple routine. I guess when you get into the legality of it,
Are they
you watch
charging
that
money for
YouTube-
these dances?
That's what do you charge people at the club?
Is this
You
DLC?
gotta flip a quarter into the Carlton dance
Yeah.
bucket because they just did it. What does he want from it?
He might just want the publicity, get his name back in the headlines.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because
then
this
it works.
Fortnite is,
Yeah.
I'm not hip and cool anymore. Fortnite is crazy popular.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
From
fun
what I
game.
hear.
You're more like me. It's like,
Yeah, I'm like,
what?
I've heard the name. Don't know
Okay.
What,
what it's
Megan?
about.
You don't play Fortnite?
Fortnite
no.
means 2 weeks.
I'm not that cool. Sorry.
I've played it.
Sounds like a long game.
2 weeks. That's what I know about Fortnite.
I play Mario Brothers. Is that the same thing, right?
I've played it, but I
Hey,
get
that
my
works.
butt kicked because I'm not good at building all the ramps and forts real quick.
I have
just,
Candy Crush
I
on my
die.
phone. That's
Okay.
I'm cool, right?
We're hip. We're gamers.
Yep. Right.
But
Yep.
aren't you popular if your dance made it into Fortnite? Shouldn't that be the reward?
You would think that this is a good thing because now the Carlton dance, especially if that's what it's being officially called, now that reputation will live on forever. If anything, I would sue to have my name put on it, and that's
You're
all
part
I
of
would
pop
want.
There you
culture,
go.
Yeah.
right?
Maybe
Yeah.
he just saw it as an opportunity to get his name back out there. You know, maybe.
Because weren't there some other people who were also suing Fortnite, and there was like a class action or something?
It might
I
be.
don't know.
I watched a video of the lawyer that I
Yeah,
liked
I
on
watched
YouTube.
that with you.
Yeah.
Backpack
Legal
Kid. The
Eagle.
lawyer said Carlton was going to lose.
Yes.
And Orange Shirt Kid are also suing for flossing and the random. I don't know.
What do you think of the
random-
flossing dance? That was like all the rage last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't. Where did that come from? I just saw
Saturday
kids
Night
doing it
Live.
randomly on the street. I'm like, what is this?
What is the flossing dance?
That's what it looks like. You're like rubbing a towel between your legs.
Yeah.
No.
And you like gyrate your hips.
See, I pictured
Google a GIF of the flossing.
what kind of
dance.
dance is this?
Tom,
Hey, PG.
I'm flossing here. It's flossing.
Tom, Google flossing dance. It's in the trailer for Shazam, for crying out loud.
Yep.
Okay.
Do the floss.
All right.
Oh, hey, Bob.
Oh, was this an ad?
I was gonna say this doesn't look anything like the floss.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Floss.
There we go.
Okay.
So you haven't seen that?
No, and I'm now
Now you want to try it.
no, I don't. Now I want to go back in time and say, don't play this.
As far as dance moves go, it is fun to watch.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I've seen a lot dumber dance moves in my day.
Yeah.
Like the hand drive.
You ever been to a white person's wedding? You get the shopping cart, you get the Cupid shuffle. It's all going to be
the
there.
sprinkler.
Yeah.
The diving into the water.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Shopping cart.
Oh no, too expensive. Put it back.
Yep.
All right. We'll do a little speed rail here.
Okay.
This is always intended to go quick, and then we'll do some interview.
And then I
here.
stop everything and talk about it for 5 minutes.
All right. We'll save that for later here.
Yeah, I think everybody knows about Jesse Smollett. We mentioned it last week, right when there was a big revelation, but that didn't post until like Thursday, and so much has changed since then that nothing we said is relevant.
Yep. Yes.
That's what you get for trying to be topical.
All right. Amazon avoids paying taxes for the second year in a row despite having $11 billion in profit.
I heard about that.
Yep.
It's like sweetheart deals, like, hey, put your fulfillment center here, we'll kick you a deal on your taxes.
Yeah.
That's how that stuff works.
So, baby born on JetBlue flight. The company changes the plane's name to Born to be Blue.
Hey.
Instantly charges the mother for another ticket.
They did not.
I want to put it past them. That's,
Do you know if you're born on like a British Airways flight, you can claim British citizenship?
Really?
Wherever the plane is registered, it's an extension of that country.
I heard about a baby being born on a plane, but flying backwards through time over midnight, and it was born on like February 14th, but when it arrived, it was February 13th, and they were having trouble putting the birth certificate
When the
in.
plane arrived or the baby
When the plane
arrived?
arrived. Yeah. So it's like the baby born in the
What
past.
time
I suppose
zone
when
was it born
when
in?
does the
Wow.
plane switch over its time zones?
As it's going. When
as
you're,
the plane goes through the time vortex, the baby was lost for 18 years, came back as a baby.
saw
Time
that on
traveler.
Twilight Zone.
Oh gosh.
Dick Van Dyke had to pay $4,000 to be in the new Mary Poppins.
I heard
He
that.
did all
That's
his own
ridiculous.
stunts.
Jeez.
He did all his own stunts.
Well,
too.
there's a
Yeah,
scene
he
where
did.
he's dancing like a young man on a table, and everyone's like, "Is that really him? Is that a stuntable?" No, it really was him.
Oh my gosh.
That's just
He
ridiculous.
paid
Like,
to be in the movie.
yeah.
He had to
That's
pay.
insane.
He was in the original, right?
Yeah.
He
was
should
the
just be allowed to walk
chimney-
right on.
chimney
Right on set.
Yeah.
Just senile old man coming right through the main
I,
scene.
I would think they would have asked him,
Yeah.
you know, like, hey, can you
Right.
be in this
Do a
movie and let
cameo.
him deny it or whatnot? I'm
Right.
too
No,
old
he was
for this.
fighting to be in it.
That's
Oh my
ridiculous. That's so,
gosh.
like, that's not respecting your elders
Yes.
or your history.
Yes. Sorry, my friend.
So you're saying the cynical cash grab of a movie isn't being respectful to its history?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I want to see it, and if Tom didn't veto it, I would have went out and
We're gonna have it at the
Seen it
Rivoli in
already.
a couple of weeks. I'll let you
There
know
you
when
go.
it's playing.
okay.
And he also had to change his name to male cisgender genitalia electric SUV lesbian.
Boom.
Oh, wow, he killed that one.
I did not.
Not funny. Click.
Antonio Brown picked his own nickname on Instagram, claiming he has a man body. Call me Mr. Big Chest.
Which
Big Chest
Antonio
from now.
Brown?
Antonio Brown, wide receiver of the ex-wide receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Not the old Packers wide receiver from like a decade ago.
No.
Okay. Because that's where I go. I'm sorry.
What's his nickname?
Wisconsin.
Big Chest. Big Chest Brown. Don't even call me AB. Just call me Big Chest.
That's like
You can't.
That's like on Seinfeld when he wanted to be called T-Bone.
Yeah, T-Bone. And he got Coco the
It's
gorilla.
Coco.
Yeah.
that's
You can't pick your own nickname.
that's stupid.
Big
yeah.
chest.
Yeah, the refrigerator. All right, the fridge. That's because he's
Right.
built like a fridge.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, big chest is clunky and nonsensical.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Is he got broad shoulders? Is he have big muscles and he's showing them off?
Yeah. At least the male chose that name.
What can big chest do for you?
Simon Geertz is a lady who had a brain tumor, and she sent it to Antarctica. One of these stories.
To be studied?
No, it was a brain tumor that she had operated on a bunch of times, and it kept coming back. So when they finally removed the whole thing, she sent it to Antarctica.
Okay.
So
that
would
it
it
didn't
come
keep
back?
growing?
So it wouldn't
See,
come
that's a twisted horror movie. Like it comes
Oh
back
my
from
God.
Antarctica.
Yes, like
keeps-
an alien, like-
Isn't that where they dropped the blob off at the end of the movie?
The blob.
Antarctica? They
I don't think-
helicoptered it right there.
I haven't seen The Blob as an adult. I think I saw it when I was a little kid.
The blob.
I think
you
the
could
thing
freeze
is
the
there.
Steve McQueen movie?
I don't know. I was a kid when I saw it, but I know you could freeze the blob. They were trying to fight it with like fire extinguishers, and then they just got a hold of it when it was frozen and dropped it off in Antarctica, and that's how they got rid of the blob.
Does she like mail the tumor or like
Overnight it?
overnight it?
We want to know the direct delivery route.
Did she get permission from Antarctica?
Drone drop? Just saying.
Like snail mail or
Is this like a prequel to The Thing? Not to be confused with the prequel to The Thing called The Thing?
like who received it?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
curious.
Who
Like,
gets it, like opens up
research
the-
base?
Oh, what is this? What is this?
Oh god! It leaps out of them like a
Yeah.
face hugger from Aliens.
There you go. There's her brain tumor sitting right there.
that little pink thing.
It looks sad.
It does look sad. It looks
Like,
heartbroken.
okay, so it's
You
out
try
there
to
in the
kill
middle
one
of
person
nowhere.
and they throw you in the Arctic.
So she mails it with instructions to.
Wow.
That's
it at
actually a pretty picture.
I was
At
gonna
the
say, nice
South Pole
background.
proper?
I believe she took this picture in Canada.
Hmm.
But
That would
then
be Arctic,
mailed-
not Antarctic.
But she did send it to the Antarctic.
She took it to the
afterwards.
North Pole, took a picture of it, and then mailed it to the South Pole.
Yeah. Listen, she's got a brain tumor, man. She's not thinking clearly.
Well, it's her brain tumor. She can do what she wants
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that brain tumor is going to become pretty famous
But
because
it
right
looks
now it's
so
like 35,000
cool,
likes.
Yeah, follow it on Instagram.
The way she has it set up, it looks like mid-lava lamp.
Yes, it does.
Like a cool looking... I think that's just a
Suspended.
slide.
It's
And
not a
died.
tumor. That was my Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
We're full of impressions. We got Arnold and Mike Tyson.
Get to the chopper.
I think it's a tumor. I think it's a tumor there, Arnold. You want me to smash the tumor in the snot box?
All right, you three. You got to keep up with some sort of impression.
We're not pulling our weight around here.
I'm sorry.
Tim, you got any impressions over there? Not right now. All right.
Not right now.
The
That-
fridge is stacked. Get a couple down. We'll get
You're
some.
good to go.
That means he does have some impressions.
I need a politician, a country, and
That's funny right there.
All right. Well, Megan Schelwat, let's get on with the interview here. That's why you're here, right?
Hey.
Having a good time.
I don't know. I was enjoying all the laughing.
Okay. Well, we got more in the bonus. Look
we
at
like
all
to
these
ease
stories.
into it. That's why we do the random stories. And
Yep.
a lot of people, this is their first podcast, and they're super nervous. So
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of podcasts.
you are a podcaster. Why don't we talk
I
about
am
that
a
first?
podcaster. Yes. Yeah. So I actually got the privilege when I first started as the special events and tourism promotion director at the Grafton Chamber to do a tourism promotion podcast show for them. So you should definitely check it out. It's called Getaway to Grafton. And the show comes out once a month. We try to keep it consistent, coming out on the third Wednesday of every month. And it lives forever. So you can listen to our shows whenever you want. We have some pretty cool content, I think, anyway. Our latest show actually just came out yesterday. So
Is that the beer one? Number 9?
No, but the beer one is totally awesome. Okay. It's probably like my favorite one. So the beer one, we'll talk about that. So the beer one, we talked to the Fermentorium. So if you haven't been to the Fermentorium,
You might have the owner on.
Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Chris is a cool dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris doesn't know me, but Chris, you're a cool dude.
And they got some good beers too.
You can
There.
explain
Yes.
the Vigo painting
Yes.
The Vigo paint?
from Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Last time I was there by the men's room, there's the giant painting from Ghostbusters 2.
He has a soft spot in his heart for
I love
every
Ghostbusters.
sequel. Spider-Man 2, Ghostbusters 2.
That's
These
the one
are
I
all his
had.
favorite.
That's the one I had on tape growing up. I was forbidden to watch Ghostbusters 1 because my mom thought it would give me nightmares.
Oh.
So what's the first thing I do as a kid? I tape Ghostbusters 2 off TV when no one's
Yes.
looking, and that's the one I grew up watching.
Nice.
All right. I had a scrambled joke, but we won't go there.
Okay. Sorry.
We're good.
Okay.
My job is to
So
step
did
on
you-
Tom's jokes.
That's good.
So you had him on and talk just about their beers?
Yeah,
and,
we
did you
actually
do some sampling as well?
Oh
during
gosh, I wish. No, I did some separate sampling of my own the other
Yeah,
night,
okay.
but
Okay.
no, we actually talked to Jenny Andreas. Sorry, Jenny. So we talked to Jenny. She's their community outreach coordinator
Oh,
there.
okay.
And so we learned all about Fermentorium, why you want to go there, about all their awesome beers. And then we also talked to Paul of the 024 Tap Room here in Grafton.
Oh, I know Paul. It's a good guy.
Really cool guy. I do know Paul, so I can say I know Paul, so that's good. So Paul, really cool guy. They're actually doing Beer on the Bridge again this year, so Paul is one of the gentlemen that puts that together, so be sure to check that out. That's June 9th here on the bridge in Grafton. And then the third,
That's at the Grafton Arts Mill, which is affiliated with this
Yes.
building. We're in the North Shore Academy.
that is correct.
Bridges and beer? I don't think that, it's like...
Well, they have a
Fishing
patio. You don't
beers,
have to
like-
go on the
Yeah,
bridge.
no, well,
Okay.
you do actually.
Oh, you have
if
to?
you want to sample beers, you literally have
Okay.
to walk on the bridge. So
There's a sidewalk.
there is a sidewalk.
It's lit.
There's
It
railings.
is.
It's all good.
It is a
need
bit
a
of a
life jacket.
waterfall, though, so if you go over, that's it.
Yeah, I can't help you there. Sorry.
All right, okay. Not saying that I would.
There's a camera
okay,
set up,
okay.
so it would trend if you did fall. Just saying.
Don't worry about drowning because the Milwaukee River water will eat your skin off before you run out of air.
Tasty.
Well, I think it doesn't it shallow out kind of by Limekiln?
I'm not sure.
I think so. I see kayakers going down by Limekiln.
I really
Park.
should know this. I've talked to quite a few naturalists, and I don't remember.
Okay,
Sorry, guys.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't know the detail of every park here in Grafton.
Grafton
No.
has 27 parks.
Time for the park quiz.
Yeah, I know the ones I like. That's about it. The third brewery and tasting room that we talked to is Inventors Brew Pub out in Port Washington.
Okay.
So if you haven't been there, I did check that out a couple weeks ago for the first time. Captain Adam, you got to talk to Captain Adam. He's the owner. He's got a really cool background about beer. He went to like a university in Germany and learned all about being a brewmaster. Good food. So yeah, that show you definitely got to check out. But our most recent show that came out yesterday is talking about reasons to stay and play in Ozaki County. And we talked to our Ozaki County Tourism Council. So you guys look really excited about the topic. You're giving me these dull faces.
No, I was trying to form an ankle bracelet joke, but
Oh,
That was me thinking.
should I? Reasons to stay in Ozaki County. Number 1, ankle bracelet. Can't go anywhere.
Ron just asked how many people who live in Grafton are in the witness protection program.
We're not allowed to say.
right?
That's the whole point.
So it's a county-wide thing?
So that was
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, I'm putting together a joke, like,
Love it.
I was afraid you were going to be like, no, I only talk about Grafton.
Grafton, period.
Did you grow up in Grafton? Is this your
No.
home?
It
Where's
is
the-
not.
where's
No.
home?
So I was a South Side chicka. So I grew up in Oak Creek.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Right near Bear Creek.
The OC.
The OC. Yeah.
I know one guy from the Oak Creek, and that's what he calls it.
The OC, yes. Yes, the OC. So yeah. So when I was growing up there, it's nothing like what it is now.
No IKEA.
No IKEA. No Panda Express, no Water Street Brewery. There was like a giant Delphi there. I mean, it was
I don't even
pretty.
know what that is.
It was really ugly. It was some factory, but anyway.
Is that why you moved to Grafton? Or?
No, I moved here because I met my husband. He lived up here in Cedarburg.
Because of a
So
guy.
That's because of a dude. Yes. So I've been living in Cedarburg for 7 years.
Okay.
So
Nice.
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
area.
So how'd you
It
get
really
into
is.
the tourism angle?
yeah. So my
That's all his questions. Right?
it,
Off the rails with Mark. I'm out of here.
bye. Actually, it really wasn't planned at all. From a personal background, my husband and I travel a lot. We just got back from Belize a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
So I got a nice golden tan going on. Sorry, people that don't get to leave in the wintertime.
Saw that.
I mean, we try to travel like every couple months. So I enjoy tourism from a personal perspective. But I really wasn't thinking like, I'm going to go into tourism and I want to promote Grafton and let's take on the challenge. It just sort of happened. My background was actually in marketing for healthcare.
Okay.
For
Well, marketing.
Yeah. So for a number of years. And then I realized, I really enjoy event planning. And I'm really tired of sitting behind a desk and listening to people yell at me all day. So
Yeah.
I want to find something
How
else.
does marketing for healthcare go? Are you sick? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, you're my guy.
Have I got
Yeah.
a deal for you?
Do you want to not be sick? There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, so this opportunity came along, and here I am. So
Cool.
yeah.
I think Grafton, it's like a very unique, awesome place to live because you're 15 minutes from downtown Milwaukee.
Absolutely.
And you're 15 minutes from northern Kettle Moraine.
Absolutely.
So if you want the woods in Wisconsin, you just, it's on the same
Boom.
road. Just boom.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So our executive director, Pam King, she was just saying the same thing on our podcast show that came out on Friday. It's super cool. If you want to have the downtown feel, it's 15, 20 minutes away. If you want to go, to like Whistling Straits, it's
Up the road.
right. I mean, really, nothing is that far away.
You're 15 minutes from everything.
You really are. Yeah. And we
Yeah.
offer some pretty
They should
awesome
put that on the
stuff.
sign at Grafton. Welcome to Grafton. 15 minutes from everything.
Love it. I'll get right on that.
Plus,
Only
Grafton
thing-
and Cedarburg both do some really great festivals.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Only thing that's missing is a comedy festival.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, we can hook you up. We
I
know a
love
couple comedians.
it. I'm always looking for new ideas, so let's talk.
Manitowoc has a comedy festival.
Do they really?
The Great Spirit Comedy Festival. They did it last year. This is their second year coming up.
Wow.
And they raise money for local charities.
Nice.
And they get sponsorships, and so they can get like comics,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
TV
yeah.
and whatnot.
Big
and,
namers.
Yeah,
Comedy
And,
on the bridge.
There you go.
comedy on the bridge.
There you go. I
On
love
that
it.
note, is it hard to shut down streets?
I wouldn't personally know.
Okay.
It's a simple phone call of, hey, we have this festival coming up. We'd like to have the same route. You cool with that? Yeah, we're good. Okay, awesome. And then our awesome Parks and Rec department and Department of Public Works, they do an awesome job with putting up those barricades and getting stuff done for
Okay.
us. So I don't do any of the heavy lifting. I probably should, but I don't have the guns to do it.
Did your mom say something?
No,
Sorry,
Molly's showing me some
Passing
comments that
Molly's
we can't read.
Tom's
I hope they're good.
Okay, they're good. We'll
Yeah.
get
For a while, I lived in Grafton, right about just like a few buildings from where we are right now, and
Yeah.
it was right in the middle of the bike race. And I
Okay,
didn't know
yeah.
about that. And then
Yeah.
this one day,
Yep.
oh, I'm surrounded. I can't get
I can't
out.
leave.
This is for Ron Perty on his comments. We're going to give him one
Okay.
of them. Just so he knows.
Now I'm really curious to know what this
Off the
comment
air, we
is.
can read it to you.
Okay.
There you go.
All of our viewers can go to our Facebook link and watch it and get it there.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, Ron. This is kind of a.
Sorry.
It's for the Grafton
my fault.
city.
It's my fault. Sorry.
So, is it hard to balance family-friendly events and, say, hip, young, cool events?
You're getting into Pumpkin Fest, aren't you?
We could talk about Pumpkin Fest.
Okay.
Well, sure.
I went to Pumpkin Fest several years ago when I
Yeah.
lived here in Grafton, and it was a wet festival. You could have beer and whatnot, and then it went
Wet
dry.
Fest.
And
It went dry. It's not dry anymore.
It's not dry anymore.
It's not dry
I live
anymore.
in Cedarburg now. I used to go to the festival when I could walk, but I've been living in Cedarburg for a couple of years now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the beer is back.
The beer is back.
Okay, good.
Yes.
It's fall into Grafton.
it is.
So
That
they're
is correct.
literally telling you.
So
You can fall down. No.
Calm down.
just kidding.
For a guy from Idaho that lives in the big city of Milwaukee, what is Pumpkin Fest? What do you guys? What's just sit around and look at pumpkins and like weigh pumpkins and
No, they have like
carve pumpkins,
painting pumpkins.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
So
blew your mind.
So in
Well, look at that.
So for Grafton, we make it a 2-day event. So Friday is more for the adults.
You
so
can't get all the pumpkin painting done in one day.
No, you really can't. We
No
tell
way.
you in advance to paint your pumpkin. No. But Friday's more for the adults. So last year we partnered with Atlas Barbecue. They did a pig roast. So they had 2 giant pigs. You come, I think it was like $15 a person. You get all you can eat. And then all of the liquor, beer is coming from them. So you buy it from them.
You had me all you can eat. All right.
Come on
Atlas is where they
down.
get that good brisket from.
All right.
Yes.
We were talking about that last time on the
Yes.
show. I was hating on steak, and they all turned on me.
Yeah.
But I eat meat, brisket.
I'm not a big steak person either, but but yeah, so Saturday's more for the families. So, the reference of pumpkin painting, yes, that does occur. They're just tiny little gourds, but we do pumpkin painting. There's a pumpkin lighting, all kinds of carnival games for the kids. We have musical entertainment both days, adult and kid friendly. The highlight though is our pumpkin derby. Have you guys heard about the
I am
pumpkin
not familiar
derby?
with the pumpkin derby.
I had not heard about it either, and it's
a
actually
very
pretty
Wisconsin
cool.
episode here.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Talking about
Do
the
they-
pumpkin derby.
Yes, the pumpkin derby.
Do they make cars out of pumpkins? And they...
Legit, yes.
All right.
Yes. It's totally legit. So, there's certain rules. I mean, there's total guidelines. It's legit like the Pinewood Derby.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
your pumpkin can only be a certain weight. You can decorate it however you want, but it has to be included in the weight criteria.
Okay.
And then you go and you get a free kit, like a Pinewood Derby kit. Shove it in your pumpkin.
You make your
No
little
pumping it
Cinderella
full of
chariot.
lead, all right?
Yep.
All right? You cheaters.
That's right. No
Yeah, but they weigh
cheating.
'em, yeah.
Yes.
Paint it like Evil Knievel's helmet.
Yes, you can do whatever you want. We had some
Nice.
pretty cool looking stuff, some weird looking stuff, whatever you want. And it's literally a legit derby track. And the track we purchased from the Wisconsin State Fair a couple years
nice.
ago. It's owned by First Bank Financial Center in Grafton. So they supply that for us every year. And then, we just have 5 to 6 pumpkins go down at a time until you get to the winner, and we give out trophies.
Tom, let's make a pumpkin.
Make a pumpkin.
Molly is crazy good at
Now,
carving
this is the most important question.
Yeah.
Is there pumpkin pie?
There is
No.
no pumpkin pie.
There's no pie.
I have to
gonna
get
say
on
there
that.
has
All
to
right,
be.
note to self: we need pumpkin pie.
Like
No.
maybe like
At
a
Pumpkin Fest.
Yeah.
or like
That's
a
the height of
contest
pumpkin
for the
spice
best
season.
pumpkin pie,
Yeah.
No, but you know what? I'll make a note. We still have plenty of time.
or
for
just any
planning.
pie in
there
general.
is.
Like you can,
There's no
but
pie.
focus on.
No pie.
See, I grew up
They
in
still do
West
the
Bend.
scarecrow competition.
Yes.
I
Yes.
judged
Yes.
that
yes.
a couple of times.
Did you
fun.
really?
Yeah, because Paula from the academy here
Yeah,
was doing it.
yeah.
And she, my wife works there, so she roped us all in to help her judge.
Nice. Yeah. Yep. We still do it. I can't remember who won last year. I think it was Curious George. We had a pretty cool looking Curious George. Yeah. So yep.
That's cute.
For the kids.
Yep. For the kids. That's right. For the kids.
And I'm going to dress up like Mike Tyson. Punch the Curious George scarecrow, right?
Woo! You're making my husband die over there. Anywho,
Okay.
yeah, we were talking about podcasts. You talked to me about Fallen to Grafton. What else would you like to talk
Oh,
to
you
me
had
about?
mentioned the food truck festival.
Yes,
Food truck fest, all
yes.
right.
So
This
I'm
is happening monthly throughout the summer, correct?
That
Like
is
4
correct.
times?
Yes, yeah. So this will be the last Tuesday of every month from June until September.
yes.
And we're so excited. We were looking for something.
Interested?
Yeah, like
just
seriously.
clicked.
I think I'm just gonna go and eat there and pretend not to work. But
Okay.
we
Doing research for the show.
yes, exactly. Exactly.
Now, would you like go there, eat the food, and then go on your podcast and talk about the food? And
Oh, I totally
and,
could.
and kind of promote them and
Yeah.
promotes you.
Yeah,
and-
that was my goal, was to help promote it ahead of time. But I like your idea better of being able to eat all the food first
Yeah,
and then
just
talk about
like kind of
you could
critique
get, like,
it in a way.
reimbursed.
yeah.
for-
Oh, these empanadas, they're so good.
Yeah.
And where is the festival?
Yeah, so the Food Truck Festival is going to be located at Veterans Memorial Park,
Okay.
which is also where our farmers market is. So double the food experience during the summer weeks. But yeah, so the hope and the goal is that we'll have 15 to 20 food trucks that will attend.
wow.
So you'll have a large variety to choose from. We're working with the Milwaukee Traveling Food Truck Tour. So you can learn more about the overall experience, what a typical event would look like through their website. But we do have it up on our Facebook page as well. So be sure to click that you're interested so it reminds you to come. But yeah, they've got a really awesome variety of food. They do have like a beer garden as well. So beer will be available. I hear it's very reasonably priced.
Awesome.
They have a DJ, so all kinds of hip music.
White people dances.
Yeah, we'll see the floss. Yeah, and then just some stuff for the kids too. So families, bring, your family, adults, go off, do your own thing. Your kids will be fine. They can fall in the playground. It's okay.
I have never eaten food from a truck.
Really?
Oh,
What?
God.
There's an experience with it.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
I've never
They have
done
food trucks at
At
a
the
rival event in
Summer
Cedarburg we
Sounds.
go to. Summer
I'm assuming
Sounds.
it's oh yes.
Yeah,
I
they're-
Okay.
love Summer Sounds.
Okay.
Does Grafton
Yes.
have any plans for? I know you do you have the Blues Festival, and you have
No, they have weekly
that's
music,
gone?
correct?
No blues festival.
I never went.
That's okay.
Well, there was a cover charge for that. My
It
wife
made
was telling
everybody
me.
too sad.
I like the Grafton. You still do the Grafton Appreciation
Are you
Days?
balking at the cover
I don't know what
charge?
that is.
Oh.
I like the way
We're all
Cedarburg does
talking.
it, where it
I'm
is
like,
a
what's
free
going on?
event, and you can bring your own alcohol.
Yes,
in,
you can.
bring
Yes.
your own food in.
Yes.
They
Yes, you can.
have trucks selling food if you'd like.
I'm
It's
just
all
saying,
sponsored.
you're
Yes.
getting live entertainment.
Yes.
This entertainment they spent years crafting.
They fly
to-
these people
to pump
in
it into
from-
your
They really
face.
do.
They go way too far in pulling like people in
From
Yeah, they
Hawaii
do.
and
Yeah.
Australia.
All over the
who
world.
don't deserve to play a free stage. Granted, they're sponsors; they're being paid. These could be like headliners at Summerfest, or
Yeah.
whatever,
The
and they're
Mummies
playing in
there
the free
last year.
park and the
Yes,
free show.
yes.
I'm
They
just saying,
did.
don't balk at the cover charge. Gladly pay it.
It depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I was talking with Tom about this. If it's comedy, I prefer a cover charge because I would pay
prefer
a cover charge
pre-sale
if I
tickets.
know what I'm going into. And I want to see it, and I want everybody in the room to be invested in it and not be talking during the comedy,
Yeah.
for example. Yes, there are a lot of people who stand like jerks in front of me during the free music in the park, but that's the price I pay for free
That's
music
true.
in the park.
That's true.
So there's
Well, you were talking about cover charges. All of our events are free. So every event
Excellent.
in Grafton is free.
There you go.
So keep that in mind.
All right.
So how's your comedy festival sounding now, Mister?
Hey, if they want to put
Sponsors.
if they get sponsors and,
That's
and
right.
people are
That's right. That's where Pam and I come
paid
in.
or whatever, and yeah, they can do whatever they want, however they want to.
yeah,
You
The
it's
Capco
more
comedy show.
The festival is more of
right.
bringing people to the Grafton area or to the Manitowoc
That's
area.
right. Promote tourism.
and get to know the local businesses and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. That's what it's basically all about. But they provide a little something fun
Yes.
while doing it.
Yeah.
So what do you think about a comedy festival where you have a bunch of comedians, they're on a raft in the river, and if they strike out, we get to chop the rope?
I can tell you right now, he's not in.
If the crowd doesn't like you, somebody comes with an axe and axes the rope, and you just go down the river, down to Milwaukee.
My sport is with a microphone on stage. Let's start with that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
second, comedy outside doesn't really work.
Doesn't work?
No.
Okay.
Because
I
there's
just
so
thought
many.
it'd be a fun
It's
gong
all
show
like
event.
you said. It's all about distractions. If you get rid of the distractions, the comedy
better
show is
show.
going to be a lot better.
Comedy is intimate.
Yeah. And so if you're outside, you got the traffic, you got the birds, you got whatever. Anybody listening and anybody listening could mean, oh my god,
So if you're in some park in Jackson, standing on a picnic table,
God,
that's
that
how
was
we that's
so
how
awkward.
we met. Tom wanted to do
So
a
awkward.
listener appreciation event.
Awkward.
It was
But-
fun. It was fun. It was great.
but,
It was different.
It was a disaster. The
No, it
weather
was
was
all
against
right.
us.
Beautiful
Very few people
disaster.
showed up.
It was a beautiful disaster. No, I mean, it went off without a hitch.
It was like if a tornado came through and then there was like one standing ice sculpture.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how
Love
did that
it.
happen with all the hail? It's a perfect swan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what else can I tell y'all?
All right.
So,
go ahead.
how do you like working with the Grafton Chamber of Commerce? And
What do you think she's gonna say?
Actually, I'm glad you asked.
it's a two-part question.
Okay, what's the second part?
The second part is,
So, do you like your boss?
Pam, I love you.
do you see your position growing, or do you want? Do you have any goals in the future that you want to have happen?
Yeah. So I definitely see this position growing. As Grafton grows, our abilities to be able to do additional things in Grafton grows. And, something like our traveling food truck tour, we're growing. So that means that I can do something like that for you guys. We have a new hotel here in Grafton. So additional room tax dollars and ways for us to be able to do additional things. We're talking about in Grafton, I think a lot of us know that there's a blues history here. And so, we have
Paramount Records.
Yeah. And we have, it's a very nice looking little marker. But that's it. It's just a marker. And so we're talking about what are some other ways that we can help to promote that we have a history of the blues here in Grafton. Whether it's an interactive type of a thing. You wouldn't believe it. We get calls all the time, especially in the summer. Hi, I'm looking for your blues museum.
You and me
Yeah.
both.
I have
You and me both, buddy.
It's being built.
Yeah. I'm like, well, we have a walking tour, which is a marker, but we have a walking tour, so I'm happy to provide you with a map. So it's nice to be able to say that, yes, we are growing. There's a lot of additional things that we can do and build off of that. So, yes.
Nice. See, it was a good question, Mark.
It was a good question.
So, on a side note of that area of,
But do you like
Grafton,
your boss though?
I love Pam. Pam, I love you.
I tried to look up if there was some. We often will talk about like paranormal type stuff on
Yeah.
the show because we're all enthusiasts about it.
Yes.
And the Grafton Hotel is supposedly haunted.
So I've heard, but I don't know anything else except
Okay.
that the Grafton Hotel is haunted.
Well, there's a tourist angle there.
Yes.
People like
Yes.
to do that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
Ghost walk.
my
tours.
wife claims that the Arts Mill, which is where the tap room is,
Also heard
is
is
supposedly
haunted. Yes.
My goal is to see if we can get Chris from the Milwaukee Paranormal
Yes.
Investigators to come over and do a live or an investigation over there. And I'd like to be there. They investigated this building, but I was out of town that
Oh.
week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I
they
don't
have to
think-
come back.
Yeah, they didn't find anything. Thank God. But,
We didn't investigate. It was a mini investigation.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was
wasn't
only
a
2
full-
members and probably
Yeah.
like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
And a lot of people rent these rooms for their art students and whatnot, so
Oh,
we couldn't
yeah.
get into every room.
Sure,
Because
sure.
they're basically
They were
private.
hiding in the rooms that
Yeah.
weren't available.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I think that the building behind Juice's Ghost Town has to be haunted. Have you guys noticed? Every time you pull up, if you're going to go there for dinner, even if you're just driving by,
I haven't been there in like 20 years. What's behind it?
So the way that I understand it was that it once was like a dance hall, and then it became like an antique building, and now it just sits there. And there's these creepy looking curtains that cover all the windows, and they have this really creepy looking like neon white light that's on it. It really just
Okay.
comes off like it's a haunted house.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if that's haunted. I
Is
really
that-
think it is.
Is that owned by the people who own Ghost Town?
I don't
Or-
know.
Okay.
It could be. I'm thinking it is, but I don't know. I'll have to ask the owner the next time I go in there. Yeah, but it's creepy.
Here's a side question.
Okay.
I asked him and wasn't really sure. You know how you go into towns and like the welcome sign of towns like Grafton. Does Grafton have home of the or
Slogan.
a slogan for
Yeah, I think it's live life naturally.
And there's a swirly water
It's the
bit.
swirly water thing,
All right.
which I don't even know if it's a swirly water thing, but it looks like a swirly water thing.
nice?
Yeah.
Okay. That does sound like you have a nude beach somewhere.
There's a lot of
to the
foliage at
Grafton
Lime
Nude
Kilns,
Beach.
so you could.
We touched
could.
Michigan.
Lion's Den, go all the way down, go to the lake.
Yeah.
I just
Lion's
picture a
Den is
town of
beautiful.
vegans.
I love lions.
I didn't learn about it until a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And I want to go there all the time now.
It's so awesome. I try to go as much as I can.
So on niche.com, Grafton ranks 30th on best places.
Ooh, we got to
to
work
live.
on that.
Cedarburg is 7th, and Thiensville is 13th.
Really?
Thiensville,
What
just
is
Thiensville
Thiensville's
is just
getting
a
real
tiny
trendy
little
now.
street.
because they've got Cafe Hollander. They've got like some sexy new stuff is popping in.
Yes,
over
they
there.
do. The Cheel.
So all the
and-
all the millennials can go have their one microbrew
Yeah.
and their kale burger.
yeah,
Thiensville is like Mequon's little brother.
it is.
It's the donut hole of Mequon.
Yes,
I've heard that Chile is supposed to be the fancy place to go.
Like if
yes.
Thiensville reminds me if you're like, you go over to your girlfriend's house in the summertime and you got to hang out with her little brother. Like, no, I'd love to hang out with your brother. Thiensville is awesome, right? This is great.
Thiensville is like you think a lady has asked you on a date, and you get over to her house, and it ends up you're just babysitting for her while she goes out on a date.
With her husband.
Yeah.
Ex-husband.
Ouch.
Sure.
Thiensville. Yeah, it's Cedarburg's attic.
Just out of curiosity, who's number one? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay, we will.
Is it like Sturgeon Bay or something, or Egg Harbor?
Yeah, Door County something.
Yeah.
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan.
Probably is
Vegas.
Stark County.
Vegas.
Vegas.
What's
That's what they call it.
I'll be in
is it
Vegas in
White-
April.
Is Whitefish Point in Wisconsin from
Whitefish Bay.
the Edmund
Whitefish Bay.
Fitzgerald song where the thing sank?
Yeah.
Is that in Wisconsin or is that up in
Whitefish Bay.
Michigan?
That's
Not Whitefish Bay. Whitefish Point is
Whitefish-
way the
Yeah,
heck
yeah,
up north.
yeah.
Whitefish Bay.
Whitefish Bay is number one.
And then
Really?
Elm Grove.
Whitefish Bay
I don't
is
like
south of
Elm
us.
Grove, but they do have the signs that trains can't honk their horn in Elm Grove.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Tom lives by some train tracks, so I see how that could be a sore
I've
spot.
got 2 crossing train tracks,
Oh,
and I'm
God.
right there.
Go right
You know
outside
you're on the
window.
wrong side
Damn.
when you're surrounded by train tracks.
It's right by
Sounds
an
awful.
intersection, so they're always blowing their
And a
horns.
couple
like,
of years
right
ago-
out the window.
Oh,
What happened? One tipped over or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right by my
Slinger.
house. They wouldn't. It
we
was.
had to stay at a hotel room for the night. They
Yeah,
wouldn't
we
let
were
us
coming
to
back
our
from the
homes.
Super Bowl,
wow.
and a train's crashed
And there's like diesel fuel everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Kohler's number 3.
Kohler's
Yeah.
They can't
That I
pay to
could
get their
see.
way up to number 1.
Yeah, right.
All right.
That I could see. Fox Point.
Shorewood, nah. Bayside,
Snorwood.
and then- Snor.
I was born in Shorewood, so I'm allowed to say that.
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah.
Good
I
to
was
know.
2 when we left.
There's Mequon at number 10.
Wow.
And then Thiensville, number 13.
And
That's,
Thiensville.
it only
Mequon
has
surprises
3.5 stars.
Oh, Mequon's got lots of.
Mequon's got nothing.
Sure, it
Did Sheboygan not make the list? I have an aunt
The
that lives
very
in
bottom.
Sheboygan on my dad's side, and the reason why it's called Chevegas, they nickname it. There was a article back like in the 70s on Playboy that Sheboygan is Sin City, and my dad was in the army and read it, and oh, that's where my sister lives. I'm gonna visit Sin City. It's gonna be fun. So he gets here to Sheboygan and like.
Nothing like what I thought.
What?
Yeah.
Why would it be Sin City?
I guess apparently
Slinger's 53.
there
Get
was
out of
a scandal in the government of Sheboygan,
Okay.
like a sex scandal.
Oh, okay.
And so it was
Uh-huh.
very kind of
Someone
hush
was
hush.
dipping their pen in company
Yeah,
ink.
yeah, yeah. And so that's why it was called Sin City in the article.
Well, when you mentioned Playboy, I first thought of Lake Geneva, but that's way the heck on
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
side. Lake Geneva, home of Gary Gygax.
here.
Adventure of
Creator
Dungeons and
of
Dragons.
D&D. Yes, I knew that.
Just trying to out nerd each other.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. We're talking
Exactly.
So you mentioned you travel a lot in Wisconsin. Do you have any secret gems you're willing to tell us about when for visiting outside of Ozaukee County, obviously?
I think a lot of people would say that they're a big fan of Door County. I do enjoy Door County. Trying to think.
If you're rich.
Have you been to? Yeah. Do you go
Don't
to a lot
go to
of
Door County with
wineries or
$40.
breweries?
Wineries, I try to hit up. Breweries are becoming a new thing for me. So
My wife and I go to a lot of wineries.
yeah. No, I enjoy wineries.
Do you have any favorites? There's a random one like due north of here called.
Is
I
it
think it's
Simon Creek? Simon Creek.
Simon Creek.
I'm looking at Tim like, tell me, what is it called? Simon Creek.
Sheboygan 121 on the list.
121.
Wow.
Yeah, Simon Creek.
Okay.
So I'm actually a really big like mafia fan. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. So when you're talking about the foot stuff,
Oh,
I got all
I'm just
excited.
speaking my language.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, I really like Simon Creek. Otherwise, we're big like B&B people.
Okay.
So, I mean, we'll even stay at the Washington House, and it's 3 blocks from our house. I mean, like, we're big on that kind of stuff, B&Bs.
Well, if you do it in the off season, it's not bad.
No, it's really not. And it's nice that you don't have to board your dog. You can just go home, and let your
Oh,
dog
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
and
there
go
you go.
back. So
Don't have to make the in-laws let the dog out.
that's right. But yeah, I mean, like, besides state travel, I'm a big world traveler too. So
Okay.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Where have you been internationally?
Belize.
Yes, Belize. We talked about Belize.
That's unbelievable.
Oh.
Ba-doom.
No.
Molly's smiling.
That was dumb.
We'll be going to Spain in September. We went to Italy a couple years ago.
Italy's really cool.
It is really cool. I would definitely go back.
What parts were you in?
We did Rome. We also did. You're asking me when I just
Just curious.
don't care.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Florence. We went
Okay.
to Florence for literally 24 hours and then went back.
Was it a tour group or were you guys on your own?
No. So my husband and I met a couple that we're good friends with out there. So they started their trip a few
okay.
days before us. They were in Venice. They met up with us in Florence. So we got into Rome. We literally dropped our stuff off, got on the bullet train, and then went to Florence. And I don't know if you guys have ever ridden a train like the bullet train, but it's very, very, very fast. And I kept waking up like every 2 minutes going, the thing is so fast you can't hold your balance, and I looked really stupid. But anyway, it's a very fast train.
Is there a videotape of that?
No.
All right. Next time. Next time.
time.
Yeah.
So do you like those tour groups? I know that you weren't on one, but have you ever thought about doing one?
Oh, I've actually never done a tour group. Everything that we do is all coordinated by my husband. He's a really
okay.
good travel planner, so
Very
I
nice.
definitely appreciate that.
Just curious what your thoughts on them were.
Yeah,
my
no.
wife is a world traveler.
Yeah,
so she
yeah.
does not like tour groups. She doesn't like being tied down.
Yeah.
She wants to go off and do her
Yeah.
own thing and explore that place and hang out in this winery all day.
Yes. We're
So-
very carefree people. So we'll wake up in the morning and be like, okay, let's go have brunch and let's go do this thing that we found online last night that we knew absolutely nothing about. Or we're scuba divers as well.
Ooh.
So sometimes it is planned out where we know, okay, Wednesday we're getting up at 4 a.m. because a boat's picking us up at 5:30 and we're going to be gone until 6 o'clock at night.
Where'd you go scuba diving?
We recently just did the Blue Hole in Belize.
Okay.
So that was
I
pretty
have
cool.
no idea what that is.
So the Blue Hole.
You played there, right?
Yes.
Done a comedy show there.
There you go. So the best way that I can describe it is it looks like a giant crater that's like in the middle of the ocean. And if you're looking at it from the side, it looks like an hourglass. So you're going into this big open part, and then all of a sudden you have to drop down like 130 feet to get down to the bottom. It gets super, super, super dark.
And cold, I bet.
It's actually not that bad. I went in a t-shirt.
Oh.
I wasn't that bad. Go all the way down, and then it opens back up again. And then you're just sort of surrounded by these big stalactites and stalagmites.
Wow.
It's pretty sick. It's awesome. Yeah. So that was that. But otherwise, a lot of our dives are just, let's go look at a wreck. Let's go see what this big submarine looked like. Or let's go look at the coral and the pretty fish. And
You ever feed the sharks?
no, but I've swam with them.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like big dogs. They don't bother you. They just kind of look at you, follow you around, then they leave.
Until they bite you.
No, they don't bite you. As long as you don't smell like blood, they'll leave you alone.
I suppose they could take 1 foot.
Yeah, that's okay. Just 1 foot with the shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're feeling adventurous,
Yeah. I'm always adventurous.
Thursday, February 28th, come over to Milwaukee. There's a place called Dandy Midventurous. It's a furniture shop,
Okay.
and I'm part of a show called a Dandy Comedy Show.
Okay.
So it's like kitschy furniture
Yeah.
that you can buy, and then also they
Sweet.
have a little event area, and they put on a put on a comedy show.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll mark it down. Tim, mark it down.
There we go.
I'm marking.
So, do you come up with all the new special events, or do like citizens say, "Hey, I have this idea," and they have to come find you to get it done, or how does that work?
So
Because I have an idea.
I would love to know your idea.
I want to have the Guinness Book of World Records shortest St. Patty's Day parade.
Okay.
So I would talk to you.
You could talk to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Off the rails, shortest St. Patty's Day parade.
All right.
How long will it be?
A block, less
Because
than
I'm
a
a
block.
busy man.
We'll get you in and out of there in 5 minutes. You don't have to stick around to the off the rails St. Patty's Day parade.
Yeah, you kind of have it worked out, right? Like it's a.
It's in Slinger right now. I have it worked out, but I think there's bars close enough together in Grafton that we could work something up.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the bridge would be all over it.
The bridge.
The bridge.
The bridge
Inn.
to
We
the
could
mill.
ju-
Is there a bar on one
The
side?
parade
bridge
could just be
in.
over the
Side?
bridge.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
mill has a bar too. It's
Yeah.
just over the bridge. That's
Yep.
the bridge.
Over the rainbow.
Same.
And then it ends.
And then it's just
We'll
like
get a
that.
marching band. We'll get the school involved. We'll get
Yeah.
everybody.
Less than a mile. How much of a song could a
No,
marching
it's going to
band
be
actually
less than
play?
100 feet.
They'll stop, play their
Stop.
song, and then go. It'll be like the Macy's parade.
There you go. So, yes, you
But
would
then
talk
we
to
could
me.
get Guinness there.
Yeah.
And Guinness, because it's St. Patrick's Day too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Where do they do it in Slinger?
they don't do it in Slinger. That was going to be my idea.
Oh, you were going to try and do it in Slinger.
I was going to try to
but
do
no
it
one
in
did.
Slinger. But if we do it from the mill from the bridge, across the bridge to the mill, that's 2 bars that could be
Shazam.
connected
Yeah.
in it.
And you're
it's
right
gotta
by
be-
the ale house, and there's a bar in Atlas and
Mm-hmm.
Lobos.
There's kind of a lot of open parking spots there for people to come watch the parade. So
So as the tourist
that on deck.
person,
All right, let's do
do you
that.
have any input over like restaurants and stuff by any chance?
Ask the question again.
I'm curious, like, as the tourist person,
Yeah.
do you have anything you can do to influence the amount of restaurants or the type of restaurants that we have in Grafton?
So that's not me.
Darn.
No, I'm so
Okay.
sorry. So you would actually talk to the village about that.
Okay.
And I'm guessing you're pertaining to the number of pizza and coffee places that we have here in
No.
Grafton.
What I was
I
getting
get that
at
a
is
lot.
the old bank doesn't have the for lease sign up, so I was wondering if something was
Yes.
to go in there, because that could be a really cool bar, that could be a really cool anything, because it's
Yeah.
a beautiful old building.
Yeah. I know about the property, but I don't think they're releasing the information yet.
That
So
building's been empty for so long.
we'll have to keep that secret. Secrets are no fun.
We've got a comment saying, at least your city gets involved in Grafton. Apparently he does a benefit in racing, and he has for 12 years, and he hasn't had any help from the city.
Oh, I'm sorry, friend.
It's giving you
Reach out to
kudos.
me. Come to Grafton.
Yeah,
we'll
move,
do anything.
move to Grafton.
Come to Grafton. It's a great place to live.
It is. We want to move to Grafton.
Yeah,
We
we're
don't-
looking at moving
We
to
currently live
Grafton.
in Slinger, but we would love to move to Grafton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need money. It's the only thing holding us back.
Aw.
People start sponsoring the show.
There we go.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
go to our Patreon. I guess we could wrap this up.
Buy
and
them
get
a
into some more
house.
stuff. Yeah, we're over an hour or so. What do you think, Mark? Should we
Sure.
wrap it up? I got more questions, but we'll hit that on the bonus. And I got some Grafton history. I say we wrap her up
Sure,
right now.
you're the boss.
Sweet.
All right. Well, thank you. This has been an awesome show. I didn't
My
see where
pleasure.
the time went.
My pleasure. It just means we had fun.
Yeah, we did. So check out our Patreon page. Go there.
Support
we
the
got-
show as little
we got
or as much
special
as you
stuff
want.
for you. We got awesome stuff. We're trying to give you
Donate $1, $5, $100. As you can see, we still need a little better mic stands. We need
Yeah.
it all goes
The
to
places
it all
we're
goes to
stealing
make this
from
show
have
a
crappy
better
mic
show.
stands.
Oh,
Oh.
Pizza budget, so we can.
that would be good. Next time I come, I'm looking forward to pizza.
Yeah.
It
I
better
have
be
stale
here.
popcorn.
Oh, that's not pizza.
All the stale popcorn you want. Review us on iTunes. Just sit on the keyboard and hit enter. Who cares what you say? The reviews help either way.
Smash that like button.
Yes.
Smash it.
Hulk smash.
Well, and where can we find?
Yeah. Let's.
Yes. Yeah, that is kind of important,
probably
isn't
do
it?
that.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, where can our listeners learn more about Grafton and you.
Absolutely. So you can learn more about Grafton in general, our events, properties available, what have you, on our website, which is grafton-wi.org. We also have social media outlets that we encourage you to like and follow as well. We just started a new tourism page called Visit Grafton, Wisconsin. Make sure to put the Wisconsin in there because you'll get like Grafton, Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah. Celebrate Grafton is our nonprofit organization for all of our festivals. So you can find all that information on that Facebook page, as well as grafton-wi.org. And of course, our Facebook page, Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce.
And that's where they can find your podcasts.
Yeah. Get away to Grafton. Check it out. We just released a new one on Friday.
Get away to Grafton.
And if the DNC comes, Grafton would be
Milwaukee.
a great spot because Milwaukee can't handle all that.
A lot of hotels.
A lot
That's
of
right.
hotels, 15
Newtown
minutes
Place
away.
Suites, Hampton Inn, Comfort Inn. Check them out.
A lot
And
of
who
great
doesn't have
places to eat.
hotels? Cedarburg.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can get into the rivalry here. Cool.
So
Excellent.
we are Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, and you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Off the Rails TM. Our website, offtherailstm.com. Email us if you want to be on the show or you just want to chat, offtherailstm@gmail.com. Send all your silly questions to AskTomAnything at 414@gmail.com. It's not written down here. That's all memory.
Bravo!
This
right.
podcast is available wherever you're listening to it.
Yep, and Nate,
Yeah.
Always
what
a
do we
pleasure.
Just
pump something.
Yeah, just February 28th. I'm at the Dandy Comedy Show in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. At I'm saying the name wrong. Dandy the Dandy Furniture Shop. So
Okay.
Is it Yankee Doodle Dandy?
yes, it is. No, it's not.
Okay. Well, that was my first thought when you said Dandy. I'm like a foppish wing.
if you go to Comic Nate Ford on Facebook, you'll find everything you need to know about this guy.
All right.
Or the hobbitrail.com, which if you want to book a really great comedy tour,
Yes.
ask
me.
Tom anything.
I can hook you up. I haven't booked any shows yet, but I'm really good at other stuff.
But I'm really good at calling people.
I'm really good at
He's only been doing it for like 2 days right now.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for about 6 years right now.
And you're happy to have someone else doing it.
I don't want to. I don't want you guys to think I suck. I go, listen. If you've been doing it for 6 years and not book a show, then you suck. Right now, you're doing okay. In just 2 days.
Everyone's batting 0 on the first day of the season.
Yeah.
I thought I'd have the calendar filled and I could just call it a day by the end of the first day.
No, there's some work involved.
So you like
It's
comedy? How
weird.
many shows can I put you down for?
Yeah.
2 or 4?
All right. And thank you very much, universe. Remember, we're not good enough.